back to another episode of the Mindset Map podcast with me, Rachel, and a happy new year to you all. I hope you all had a nice break over Christmas. You maybe got some time to recharge and have a bit of a rest and reset, ready to start the new year. That is certainly what I did, and that is why this podcast is starting a week later. I did aim to start back last week, but we're still kind of trying to get back into the swing of things last week. So here we are, hey ho, a week later. And today I thought it'd be nice to start the year with sharing a little bit of my own mindset journey. Because as a mindset coach, I am very used to helping all sorts of women with their own mindsets, with their own confidence, with their own limiting beliefs. But this is something that I obviously have had to work through myself in my own life and continue to do so, because as I always share with my clients, unfortunately, mindset work is not a one and done situation. You don't have a couple of sessions with a mindset coach and quote unquote fix yourself. Unfortunately, it's a work in progress, it's an ongoing challenge, and every time something new crops up in our life, be it a new challenge at work, be it a new situation in our personal life, or anything that kind of changes, then we are faced with new limiting beliefs, new doubts, new lack of confidence, all these things that sort of keep rearing back up. So we have to constantly keep working, basically, is what I'm saying. Unfortunately, it's not a quick fix. It is not a short solution. However, what I have found in my own experience is the more that I work on my own mindset, the quicker I can get through the challenges. And so how I find myself now is being able to catch myself much quicker in moments and move out of certain situations. So let me give you some examples. Now, I'm not going to share with you all the dramas of my life because we've not got all day, but safe to say life has thrown me my fair share of challenges and still does. So I am constantly working on my own mindset, strengthening my own mindset, strengthening my own self-belief and inner strength in order to face whatever challenges that get thrown my way. And some of those are easier worked through than others. I still work regularly with my own coaches, mentors, therapists, whatever I need that will help me to get through the different challenges and get through them quicker. And so what happens in the beginning when we have not sort of done any work, sort of looking at our own limiting beliefs, looking at our own self-doubt, looking at ways that we have been, our own sort of identity that have been stuck with us for a very long time. Once we start to break free of those and realize that we can shift that identity, we do not need to play that role that we decided at some point in our childhood that we wanted to play. You know, for myself, years and years of chronic people pleasing led that to be my identity for a very, very long time. And it's taken me years really of self-discovery, of self-development, of all the sort of inner work on myself to really start to crack out of that identity and realize that that doesn't serve me. And actually it's okay for not everyone to like me. It's okay for me to set boundaries that fit my life and suit me and my family. It's okay for me to say no to things. It's okay for me to decide what does and doesn't work for me. And yeah, okay, I'm still working on it. As I say, everything is a work in progress, but you get better at being able to catch those things. And things like anxiety. Anxiety is something that I have battled with over the years, in various different forms. But the more you get to learn about yourself and understand yourself, the quicker you can catch these moments. So there would have been times in the past, years ago, where I would have had a worrying thought and let it absolutely spiral to, catastrophizing, without me being able to really rein it back and really get a grip on it and really control that. Whereas now, yes, I still have my moments of worry. And of course, this is the point with mindset work, is that we're not trying to get rid of feelings. We don't want to get rid of uncomfortable feelings because we need them, because those uncomfortable feelings teach us things. They teach us where things are maybe not going right in our life, where we're worried about something and why we're worried about something and what that means. So we need to learn from those feelings rather than run away from them. And I think often, if we're scared of those big emotions, if we're scared of the anxiety, if we're scared of the fear, if we're scared of the self-doubt, then we avoid them and we run away from them, we ignore them. And that is obviously worse. And the more we ignore something, the bigger it gets, because you cannot ignore those feelings. They're part of us and we should embrace them, but not allow them to overwhelm us. And so when we feel these feelings, we can recognize them. And that's what I do now, is like recognize, okay, yeah, I am feeling worried, and I, can see myself maybe moving towards feeling anxious. And you ask yourself, a series of questions, and there's various sort of work that I do to move through that emotion, to not let it consume me and not let it take over my life and not let it escalate and escalate and escalate. And so that is the beauty of this sort of mindset work, really, is being able to do that, so that you are able to catch those emotions and question them and challenge them and ask yourself if they're really true. And then they just don't cripple you in the same way. You can move forward through them a lot quicker and have a more maybe rational response to certain situations. And so this is really the work that I have been doing myself over the last probably, 10 years maybe. And it's a work in progress. As I say, it's never going to be perfect. I'm never going to complete the journey of self-development. I'm never going to fix myself. But I am going to continue to keep working and continue to ask myself what I need in that moment and what will help me and who will help me, and not be afraid to ask for that help and not be afraid to admit when I need the help. And that is really what I love helping women with when I work with people who want to experience mindset coaching. And the idea is really for them to experience their own identity, to understand who they've become, why they've become that way, and do they want to be that way? And if not, then let's look at tools that we can use to catch certain behaviors in order to shift that identity. And so that is really the beauty of mindset work, why I love it so much, why I'm so passionate about it, because you really can change so many different aspects about yourself to become, completely different person if you want to be, but to embrace the parts of yourself that are wonderful and amazing, and to challenge the parts of yourself that limit you. And so that is my unending journey that I will continue to be on for the rest of my life. And I encourage you to explore your own identity, explore your own mindset, and come with me on this wonderful journey.